Good evening and welcome to the Whiskey Lover Society with me, Gert Retief, coming from Istanbul in Turkey this time. And during the course of this video on the Glenfiddich 18-year-old, I will show you some photos of the lovely evening that I had yesterday. Took a boat cruise, nice dinner, music, friends, laughter, loads and loads of whiskey. We started off with the Ballantyne's 15-year-old, absolutely fantastic. A little bit of a Johnny Walker Black Label. Not too bad if you sit on top of a boat and you watch the life goes by with all this beautiful scenery. Absolutely fantastic. But tonight we are looking at the Glenfiddich 18-year-old. Came prepared. Nice dram that I brought with me, just to make sure that I do have something to take after a good evening and having a little bit of a dram or a nightcap. So the Glenfiddich, it's an 18-year-old. It's matured in sherry, Oloroso sherry cask, and of course ex-bourbon cask. It is bottled only at 40% ABV. And now if you go to my previous country, you can get this up to 43%, but of course here in Europe we only get it at 40%, so lucky bastards. And of course price wise, if you can find it, this one will cost you about 80 euros in Belgium, but the prices might vary from place to place. So on the nose of the 18-year-old Glenfiddich, cheers. It is absolutely, I do like it. Now, when I bought this one, maybe 15 minutes ago, there was a little bit of a harshness still in it. It was a little bit of an alcohol bite, but at 40%, not much. But I was a little bit surprised when I just bought this one. And within 2-3 minutes, it already started opening up already. And then it just opens up to this lovely sherry notes, the sweetness, dark fruits coming out, red apples, raisins, a little fig note coming out, a little bit of a date note coming out. Ooh, that is sweet. And it just goes sweeter and sweeter every time that I do go back. There's also a little bit of a sweet raisins covered with a light chocolate, loads and loads of vanilla, a little bit of a toffee note. And then I get a little bit of a oakiness, and it reminds me of an old piece of oak that you put through a planer, and the dust that it creates while it's planing the wood is the little dusty note. It reminds me of that old oak dust. Absolutely fantastic. I do love the nose, and it's something that I can smell all night. But on the taste, we have to drink it as well. Cheers. It feels old. It can be my imagination, but that there's no harshness of alcohol. There's no ethanol note coming out. There's no alcohol bite. You first are hit with loads and loads of sweetness. More sweetness. Let me just give it a try. The sweetness are just building up. And that sherry sweetness even feels like a little bit of a pedro sweetness. I get that dried fruit coming out, that figs, the dates, the raisins coming out, a little bit of a chocolate note coming out on the taste as well, a little bit of a vanilla. Absolutely fantastic. Just give it one more try. Absolutely a dangerous one. I think this is something that you can just sit and sip and sip, and the sweetness are still building up, that little fruitiness, and it reminds me, if you take that chocolate covered raisins, and you chewing it, and it just covers your mouth with that lovely sweetness of the chocolate, the sweetness of the raisins. So that sweetness is just building up in your mouth, mouth watering, and then it just lingers there. No oak coming out. Sweetness, sweetness, sweetness. Absolutely my type of whiskey. And I think this is absolutely fantastic after you had a nice dinner. Go sit there on the terrace looking at the sun go down. Absolutely fantastic. Let me just give it one more try. Definitely would recommend it. And I think at €80 is not that much for a 18-year-old whiskey. And I would definitely recommend it. If it's something that you've never tried it, give this one a try. And as usual, you've come this far, maybe it's time for you to maybe subscribe and see more of my videos in the future. So thank you very much for watching, and I see you next time. Cheers.